What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, they had the weigh-ins today. Tomorrow is the moment, May 3rd. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Some of you guys go out of your way to let me know how much you hate Floyd Mayweather, as if I'm L or B or something. I don't really give a shit. You be like, yeah, this sucks. I'm streaming it, Ego. Like, okay, do it. It doesn't affect me. I'm not Richard Schaefer. I'm not Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather, Al Heyman. So, I mean, do whatever you feel is best. I'm watching it. Me and my brother and some friends, we're going to watch it. As far as the fights, I'm looking forward to all of them. I look forward to boxing in general. So when they have big fights of this magnitude, definitely tune in. Even on the smaller cards, I just like boxing. I had to make a separate video. I want to talk about Amir Khan and his future at 147. And ultimately, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you until I see him fight at 147. He fought his last fight, Julio Diaz, at a catch weight. I think it was at 144. He didn't look that good. He looked suspect. Looked good in spots in the beginning, and then he kind of got knocked down, and really, it wasn't impressive. And he even acknowledges that. He said Luis Collazo in his performance against Victor Ortiz, he looked more impressive than I did, but he's saying he's going to be a whole different animal. I will say this, I'm no hater, and he looks like he's in tremendous shape at 147. So we're going to put it all in perspective and see what he brings to the welterweight picture. If he does have a good performance and he just looks shocking and, let's say, blows a very durable guy like Luis Collazo out of the water, that's an impressive win. I mean, this is his first fight at welterweight, and I'm anxious to see what that fight's going to consist of. I'm going to make my prediction videos, and they'll be up sometime before the fights tomorrow, between now and tomorrow. And I'm just looking forward to some good fights and fights that I can follow up with you guys and talk about. But Amir Khan looks like he's in great shape. 147 is already looking promising. You got guys like Keith Thurman, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Bradley. You got Sean Porter. There's a lot of talent in that division. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Collazo Khan turns out, because this could shake things up for an already impressive and stacked division with a lot of talent in the talent pool. So we'll see. My biggest thing, to be 100% real, some of y'all act like straight bitches. Like, y'all should wear tampons. If I say something bad about Pacquiao, I hate him. If I say something bad about Mayweather, I hate him. If I say something bad about Khan, I hate him. If I say something bad about Canelo, I hate him. Like, it doesn't work like that. At least I don't. I'm not no fucking delusional fan where I can't be objective about this shit. I like boxing. I like a lot of individual fighters. I don't care where you come from. I don't care about their age or their hair color. No bullshit like that. I care about boxing. What do you bring to the table? That's my ultimate concern. I've said my opinion on Khan, and I still feel the same way. I feel he fights amateurish in a lot of ways. He has tremendous blistering hand speed. He has a lot of heart, ton of heart. Can't take that away from him. But ultimately, what I'm looking forward to see what his punch resistance is like at 147. He claims, and I hate when fighters do this, but there's a recent interview leading up to this fight, and he was basically saying that in the Danny Garcia fight, he was ill prepared and he was starving himself and killing himself to make weight. That's why he got knocked out. And I just hate when fighters do that, because just take your lumps and move forth, grow from it. But what's the difference between a reason and an excuse? Not much. So nobody wants to hear excuses. If you weren't victorious. We all know you weren't victorious against Danny Garcia. You got caught. You looked good in the early portion of that fight. Just move on from it. Try to get a rematch somewhere when Garcia moves up in weight to 147. But it just doesn't sound right when these fighters, like Nonito Donaire, the way he responded after losing to Rigondeaux. Oh, I got to get my shoulder surgery, my wife's pregnancy. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to. Boxing fans especially, some of y'all motherfuckers boo while they're fighting. So when they're making excuses after, I know y'all don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all boo if it's not no fucking Lucas Matisse versus John Molina type fight where it's like back and forth, rock'em sock'em robots. Some of y'all boo in the crowds and shit. Be like, boo, boo, motherfucker, kill him, boo. Like, you don't care. If it's not 100% action, then some of y'all boo at that. So I know y'all don't want to hear some fucking excuses. And that's what it sounded like Khan was making. Because all these fighters, I mean, obviously you don't want to let anybody know of any deficiencies you've had in your camp. But all these fighters fuck around and before the fight, they'll be like, "Oh, this is the best camp I've had. Oh, me and Virgil, blah, blah." And then they're talking about how great the fucking fight camp is and their training camp. And then they lose, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, I couldn't make weight. I had to kill myself. Oh, my girl broke up with me on Twitter. Like, nobody want to hear that. It doesn't matter. You have to show up, and that's just what it is. So for Amir Khan, it's gonna be all eyes on that fight. A lot of people are looking forward to it. Some even more than the main event. I want to see it all. I want to see the whole package. I think it's a good card, and we get to see Broner coming back. We get to see the return of Amir Khan. Ultimately, for Khan, for me, I think I want to see what his chin's like at 147, straight up, because you can't really train a chin. Like you're born with a chin or you're not, and that's kind of been one of his Achilles' heels in his career. He has the hand speed if he boxes smart, but sometimes when he gets reckless, he just doesn't look spectacular. If he gets caught, he can't take a punch. Now he's claiming in that interview that I was talking to you guys about in the Danny Garcia fight, he was killing himself to make weight, which it can affect your ability to take punishment, because a lot of times when fighters struggle to make weight and struggle on the scale, it weakens them, and some of them are dehydrated a lot of times. So, I mean, for that reason, that's a possibility. But, I mean, what about when you fought Bradis Prescott and got leveled in the first round? Like, it just seems to me that his chin in general might be a little bit suspect, as opposed to solely because you couldn't make weight and you were killing yourself to make weight and dehydrating yourself. So we'll see. We'll see what the deal is. Other thing is Luis Collazo's not the fastest dude on the block, so he has to catch him. He has to catch Amir Khan, who likes to have that ambush style, very fast hands, and that in and out, like da 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 da, and then he's out. So if Collazo can't catch him, then it could be a different type of fight. But Maidana, back pre-Robert Garcia, was able to catch him, but Maidana's a heavier-handed puncher. So there's a lot of variables that make this fight very interesting to me. For now, Amir Khan is in great shape, and if he does have a sensational performance, then it's going to really, really make a lot of things interesting. You got Kell Brook versus Sean Porter, which is supposed to be a mandatory fight. You can have the winner of that. If Kell Brook were to beat Sean Porter, then that's two UK fighters, another big fight for the UK. If Sean Porter wins, an American versus someone from the UK, good storyline. You can have a Danny Garcia rematch when he gets up to 147. He said he's going to fight at 140 one more time. You got Keith Thurman, who is the Candyman, up at 147. Floyd Mayweather, they're going to try to throw a Khan and Mayweather if they both win and look good in doing so. So a lot of different ways you can mix and match those. Even a Broner, I don't know if he wants that action or if he prefer to stay at 140 for a while, but it's a fan-friendly fight that I know a lot of people would be willing to see. But Amir Khan's in great shape. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.